So recently, a white man named Robert Aaron Long gunned down 8 people in Acworth, Georgia, 6 of them being Asian women. He visited 3 different spas the same day that he bought the gun that he shot all these people with and killed. And the occurrence is obviously a tragedy. It's a massacre. It's a mass murder. It's horrible. It's painful. It's insidiously traumatizing to communities all throughout the country. There was an entire Asian Solidarity March that I helped support and organize here in Minneapolis that was resonating all the way from Acworth, Georgia to here to address anti-Asian violence and hate crimes. The thing that was a fascination, I guess not a fascination, that happened afterwards was when Captain Jay Baker from Cherokee County Police Department was explaining what happened to this young white man named Robert. And he said, yeah, he bought a gun. He said he has a sex addiction, and then he shot these people, and he's had a really bad day. And what I felt when I heard that was, bad day. How marginalizing is that to turn the victimhood upon Robert and say, oh, he's having a really tough time. He killed a bunch of people. I'm sorry, what? And it wasn't even in a way that was like, whoops, I said that. He smooth went right through that sentence and just kept running. The issue is that none of the police officials in Cherokee County, Georgia, yet as of right now when we're recording this, have identified the crime as a hate crime, have identified the mass shooting as a hate crime, as racially motivated. Looking at it from the outside, yeah, that's what it is. He killed 6 Asian women at 3 different spots, which is a little bit mind-blowing that this man was able to travel to 3 different spots, commit these murders, and then book it over 100 miles all the way home. And they were able to safely apprehend him. There are a lot of things going on with this that show you the amount of, I don't want to say passivity, but the space and grace that they give to a white killer versus what they give to a person of color. What happened when the BCA gunned down Dalal Eid was a lot of excuses as, well, what was he doing? Why was he there? What did he have? What was he on? This is then the third. What's his history? With Robert Long, it was, he's having a bad day. I can't find any fiber of me to come to an understanding of why that would be the way to describe what happened in Acworth, Georgia, from a person, let alone somebody who is the captain of the police there. The amount of dismissal, the amount of minimalization of what this man has just done it's irredeemable. You can't come back from that. There's no way to excuse that. That's what he said. Yeah, he could have used better words, but the sentiment is there. When people have intrusive thoughts, it's one thing. When they have intrusive thoughts and they act on it, it's another thing. When they have intrusive thoughts, act on it, and then act as if the world is going to give them permission to live free, a la Derek Chauvin, that is something that is insidiously, that's something that's a little bit pathological at that point. You have to address that. And with Jay Baker, he had that thought, he said it, and thought that it was going to be all good afterwards. No. And when we address white mass murderers, the idea that they're a lone wolf, or the idea that they had a bad day, it really minimalizes the magnitude of white violence in America. It strips it away of its racial overtones and undertones. And when somebody like Robert Aaron Long did what he did, you have to come to terms with the fact that race absolutely matters, and you have to address it. And to not address it is to dehumanize and marginalize the folks who had their lives stolen at his hand. And it's something that I can't come to terms with or really rack my brain around why they would not call it a hate crime when clearly it was.